parents, grandparents, sitters, and teachers, and all of you who interact with little children. Sometimes you need some professional tips to deal with meltdowns, fits, and just stubborn behaviors. Suzanne Tucker is a parent whisperer, and she is here to save the day. Good morning, Suzanne.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Well, when I read the material that came across my email about you and about your work, I was really fascinated about your philosophy. And we all of us have done it. We put our children, grandchildren in timeout. But you're suggesting something quite different.
Absolutely. Timeouts, there's no shame in it. It's what we were taught. We now, though, are the first generation of educators and parents to have the science of how to nurture emotional intelligence without the skills. No one taught us how to actually nurture social emotional skills in our kids. We were taught punishment more than social emotional learning. And so timeouts were an evolution, definitely a step up from spanking, but now we actually have the science and the skills that says when you do bad, instead of saying you are bad, which is what we teach a child when we say go away, go over there, I can't be with you until you're calm, we can say you did bad, you're feeling bad. That's a human thing, and let me teach you about that. That happens to me too, right? And so a 2 or a 3-year-old can learn the basics of emotional intelligence, just like they learn to read and write.
Well, you've had a lot of experience talking about this, and it sounds so simple when you are talking about it now in your beautiful setting there with your teddy bear in your arms. But when we're in the midst of it and we're frustrated with our little one, they've had a bad day, how do you help first the parents and caregivers calm down?
Great. So step number 1 starts with us. We teach and guide by example. So what I like to do, I'm a mom of 4, and I get it wrong every day. So I want everyone out there to know this is not about perfect parenting or getting it right? This is about being present and modeling the skills we want to teach. And that comes with time. We have the rest of our lives to do this, okay? So it's not about doing it perfectly. It begins with a breath, and it begins with the science of naming. Name it to tame it. When you simply say, I feel mad or I feel sad, something happens in the brain, connects the middle brain to the executive function higher brain, and that is the beginning of emotional intelligence. And it's really that simple. Name it to tame it.
And easy to remember as well. So you have toys and other objects that you created that are really effective in these situations. Tell us about what's in your hands.
Sure. This is Snuggle Buddies, and our Snuggle Buddies come with all their feelings in their back pocket, just like we carry all our feelings. And children as young as age 2 and 3 can learn the 4 basic mood groups, which is like learning the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s. How would you read if you didn't know the alphabet, right? And yet we expect children to have high-level social emotional skills that we are still struggling with when we are stressed or out of sorts. So what we do is we break it down into very play-based, relational type skill building activities for adults to do with children, because it's really about us learning what triggers us in a moment as well, so that we can model these skills that we're wanting to give to our children. So this little guy, Red Bear, he teaches about power, true power. True power can be gentle, and it's about freedom. So Red Bear helps children every night before they go to bed. They sing the song, When Did I Feel Happy? So that's the yellow. When did I feel sad? When did I feel calm? And when did I feel mad? And that says to a child, it's okay to have all the feelings. It's about naming and feeling and healing.
Suzanne, I could talk to you forever, but we are out of time. You're going to have to come back and tell us more. Please send our viewers to your website so they can learn about your work.
Absolutely, and I would love that. It's genmindful.com. It's a revolution, and it's a community. And I hope you come join our free community, genmindful.com.
Signing up right now. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
We'll be back with more Lifestyles after this message. Stay with us.